I'm going on a little weekend adventure with my aunt today. We're heading to Taipei, where we'll explore local sites and, of course, eat good food. Probably not today. Yeah.
帮我切小块，然后搭配下面的冰。皮毛罐头。
I know. I have extra sweaters. It was my first time at this museum, and our ticket is in the form of an empty matchbox designed for the special exhibition currently on view. Housed in a former school building, MOCA Taipei is actually Taiwan's first ever contemporary art museum. The space and layout here remind me a lot of PS1 MoMA in New York City, which I used to frequent pretty often. You really, truly never know what to expect when it comes to contemporary art, but I really loved the pieces in this room. Probably because I tend to be drawn to really textured materials, ones that kind of even look like fabric in a way. And here we have a self-moving electric fan covered in branches. Any guesses as to what this medium is? Chewing gum transforms its shape in different ways when the act of chewing is replaced with stepping. This immersive installation was developed by Korean artist Lee Kyung, exploring the intersection of space, time, and memory. The text is actually formed by incense powder, so the smell in here was incredible. Incense wood. And honestly, I can't remember what this was other than it had motion sensor lights, so I was trying to run through it. I loved stumbling upon this little room of paintings. Again, I forgot to get notes on the artwork here, but it seemed like there were some themes of isolation and loneliness going on, a lack of human interactions. Our final stop at MOCA was this fun interactive room where old household appliances were transformed into robotics. I was especially enamored by this little rice cooker speeding around. The next museum is located in a former tea factory. The first floor is dedicated to the history of the company and shows various tea memorabilia and tools used back then. The museum is built like traditional homes with an open courtyard space in the center. And oh my gosh, is that a bamboo drain pipe I see? And towards the back of the first floor, you can see some machinery used in the tea processing. This is the winnowing room. This large machine uses air to sort the tea leaves by weight while removing foreign objects. The stemming room is located next door. As the name suggests, these machines work to remove stems from tea leaves. Okay, now let's check out the upstairs. Here we have a small store full of various tea accessories. It's a mix of new and vintage options. I love how the space is still set up to the factory's 1930s time period. It makes it feel both like a museum, a store, and your grandparents' home. I had such a lovely time just browsing all of the items. Some were familiar and others I had never seen before. I didn't film it, but they also sell actual tea and offer tastings. I ended up getting a little gift for a friend here. I smell. And it's steaming.
Macadamia nuts.
Oh yeah.
So they use this one to
Crack it. Oh. Yeah, it's really hard. Yeah.
drinks.
For dinner tonight, we're having Wagyu beef. It's so nice that all the seats here have built-in storage for your personal belongings. We're getting the premium set tonight, so that way we can try a bunch of different cuts and different cooking methods for the Wagyu beef. Here's my controversial opinion. Vegetables aren't meant to be tasty in places like these, but I really like this salad. This is my first time having beef tartare, second time ever eating raw beef. Loved the pairing with the baguette as the meat was so buttery and simple in flavor. Wagyu is best when seasoned simply. Cuts are salted for at least 1 hour before cooking and eating. Here at Vanne, they grill the meat for you, ensuring all pieces are cooked to perfection. And here, the meat is being wrapped around a mix of onions and other aromatics, reminding me a bit of beef nagimaki. And this one has been marinated and was a thicker cut. Wagyu beef is known for its rich, buttery texture and umami flavor thanks to a large amount of marbling. All the fat that creates that marbling is what contributes to that flavor. I love that despite cooking it differently every time, you can still taste the original Wagyu beef flavors. Adding bits of aromatics or topping with hints of cheese or wasabi also help highlight the distinct flavor profile of the meat more and prevent it from being too heavy or rich. No discrimination at the dinner table. Yeah, I was like, that doesn't look like meat. In the best match dish, the uni, the top blade, and caviar are all combined together. I don't think I can fit it. I don't want to choke. I don't want to choke. And then they brought out more vegetables, but these were pretty forgettable if I'm being honest. I loved the simple earthy broth they served. It was nicely mild, yet worked off of umami flavors, so it was a pleasant pairing and palate cleanser. I've only heard of Chateaubriand, but never had it before. It's similar in tenderness as prime rib, but less fatty, so super soft and buttery. Glad it's less fatty because I am starting to get full. Often compared to ribeye, strip loin comes from the center back of the cow and has a more robust flavor while being tougher. Tsukimi refers to celebrations honoring the moon, so tsukimi dishes are often served with egg or egg yolks to represent the moon and are often eaten during the autumn. I was seriously so full by this point. I only ate about 2 bites of this before giving up. Here, this is the face of defeat. My aunt's dessert definitely had more cinematic potential. I mean, just look at all this decadence of cream and gold leaf flakes. Not sure why the dessert serving portions varied so greatly, but I'm glad I was only served half a daifuku because I was at my limit.
那个哥伦比亚的芒果水晶，这是芒果啊，黄色的小芒果。
电力的纱布，哦，这样也可以。正常它都是电力的纱布在里面。
纱布在里面。这把玩马上晒就知道了。
对呀，有会拿来烤。
Smosh.
Hollow, lighter
No,
sound.
no bright. 这玩意儿。
这个。
Okay. Oh, it's like an acorn.
Yeah, this is some kind of dry.
Oh, wow. It's been raining non-stop, so we've decided to take shelter at the mall for the afternoon. Compared to the malls I'm used to in the States, I'm always pleasantly surprised by the amazing food selection in Asian malls. But don't worry, I'm only looking since we have dinner plans in just a few hours. Also, isn't this grocery store floor tiling so pretty? Tonight's dinner is really special because we'll be feasting on live king crab. We're starting off with some plum wine, green tea, and edamame. Most king crab dishes you'll find in restaurants are actually cooked from frozen crabs. And this particular one we're having tonight actually weighs over 3 kilos. While the first course of the crab is being prepared, we got served some fried sakura shrimp, and then came out a sashimi platter. The premise of tonight's dinner is that the king crab you saw earlier will be all cooked up in various ways for each course. I loved the roasted flavor here. It complemented the richness of the crab so well. The egg was so tender and soft, and the texture of the crab here was super delicate. Wow, I've never had crab tempura before, much less from a fresh one. The meat is so much more tender and juicy in this version. These oysters are produced by a French family-owned company that's over 125 years old. To prevent counterfeits, all shells are actually branded with a G. The flavor profile is rich and aromatic, not too briny. This is also the largest oyster I've ever had. I know you're not supposed to eat it in bites, but I also didn't want to choke. And just like that, we're already on to dessert. What a lovely meal. Each dish brought out a different taste to the crab, and I'm so grateful I got to experience this. Good morning! Our last day has a more chill start. I'm spending the morning at a friend's cafe before we head to our lunch reservation. I am waking up with a guava Americano. It's my first time ever hearing of it. It's just like a regular Americano, but instead of water, they use fresh guava juice. The robust sweetness of the guava juice complemented the bitterness of the Americano nicely. In a way, the two extremes of both flavors kind of mellowed each other out, so I think that's why this kind of worked really perfectly, even though it's a kind of an unexpected combination. I even picked up a few pour-over pouches for friends.
有的 different part， 所以有的较 lean， 有的较 fat。但是你若用这 fat 是种，你得食些。
For our last meal in Taipei, we're having sour cabbage and pork belly hot pot. While our hot pot is being prepared, let's look around at their sauce bar. First, we have this wide array of aromatics, oils, and sauces where you can mix and match to create your own custom dipping sauce. I kind of forgot what I put in mine, but cilantro, garlic, and sesame paste are always a must. The pot itself is a traditional copper material heated with coals. You order whichever vegetables, sides, and meat you would like, and it comes served raw, so you get to cook it yourself in the pot. What's great about hot pot as well is that you can cook and eat everything at your own pace. The cabbage is naturally fermented, and the slight sour flavor is perfect when paired with fatty pork meat, since it helps cut the fat and richness. Once the food starts to cook through, it's time to start eating. Since the ingredients aren't seasoned or marinated beforehand, their natural mild flavor is great for dipping into your custom sauce. We also ordered these sesame pan-fried bread rolls. These are crisp on the outside, yet pillowy soft on the inside. This was the perfect meal for yet another chilly, rainy day, and the best way to end our last meal. And so, with our bellies full, we made our way back home. Thanks for hanging out with me this week, and I'll be back soon with one last Taiwan vlog.